The holiday break is over. It's time to return to the hardwood for some Friday night hoops in the 3C2A as the 18th ranked College of the Canyons Cougars host the San Diego Mesa Olympians. Hi everybody and welcome to the Cougar Cage. I'm Matt Robinson. We are nearly at the quarter pole of the 2021-22 men's basketball season in the 3C2A, and the picture's starting to become a bit clearer for everybody out there. And for COC, it's one that involves a lot of excitement. The Cougars off to a 5-2 start this year. First time they've been 5-2 in recent memory. And currently finding themselves among the top 20 teams in the state of California, ranked 18th in the state's first coaches poll of the new season. And their 5 wins, the Cougars have really lit up the scoreboard. They've played very well on the offensive side of the ball. This year averaging 75 points per game. That's middle of the pack in the state of California, but you look at some of the scores, 84 to 55, or excuse me, averaging 83.7 points per game, which is 16th in the state. We were actually looking at the San Diego Mesa numbers, which we'll talk about in a bit. If you look at the Cougars' scores over their first 5 games of the season, 102-82, 116-84, 71-67, 91-71, and then a 75-71 win, their last win here on their home floor against Chaffee. And it's been a very good performance on the offensive side for Howard Fisher's squad. You talk about field goals made per game, almost 30 per game, which is right about 30th in the state of California. Shooting 45%, which is middle of the road. Shooting 32% from 3, which same thing, middle of the road. But you know, you talk about getting to the line. They've done a good job doing that this year. 17th in the state of California, averaging 25 free throws a game. They need to make more of them, only making 17 per game, but that's still 11th best in the state of California. And they've gotten it done on the offensive glass as well. 48.7 rebounds per game. They are a plus in the rebound column against their opponents so far this year. And part of the reason for that, some good work on the inside from the likes of Andrew Henderson, Aaron Reyes and Corwin Smith. All 3 of those guys have been very good on the inside. Henderson this year has been especially good for the Cougars. You talk about Henderson averaging 18.3 per game, adding 9.3 rebounds, and almost a block and a half per game, leading the Cougars in most offensive categories this year. You talk about 37% from the 3-point line and averaging 18.3. That's best on the squad, and that's actually, right now, you talk about points per game, that's one of the top 50 players in the state for the COC Cougars. On the other side, for the San Diego Mesa Olympians, it's a team that's been getting it done. They haven't really been blowing it up on the scoreboard necessarily, winning a lot of tight games, but 4-1 with wins over Santa Ana, Cypress, El Camino, and Desert, trying to avoid back-to-back losses for the first time this year, as their last game they lost to LA Harbor. But again, a nice start for them, their best start since 2017-2018 when they went 3-2 to open the season in their first 5 games. Of course, they did not get a chance to play against Chaffee. Some COVID protocols stopping that game, so it's been postponed, will be made up. But you look down the list for San Diego Mesa, and it's middle of the road, kind of all the way down the line, turning the ball over a little too much, almost 18 times a game, but still holding their opponents to just 57.2 per, and the opponent's only shooting 35.2 against. So those are some of the best numbers in the state of California when you look down the line. 3rd best in the state's points per game against. The top field goal percentage defense so far this year for San Diego Mesa. And it's really kind of a score-by-committee situation. Sean Smith, kind of the guy that starts and ends things for the Olympians this year, averaging 12.6. Javen Woodall, Jeloni Mitchell, and Jaden Pate all almost averaging about 10 points per game. Those are really their big 4 for the Olympians, and that'll be tough for them as they'll have to try and find some depth against a very good COC team that has shown plenty of depth on the roster this year. We'll step aside for a moment. When we come back, we'll have the opening tip-off here from the Cougar Cage. College of the Canyons, San Diego Mesa on a Friday night. And some 3C2A basketball coming your way.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Welcome back into the Cougar Cage as we get ready for men's basketball action here on the Cougars Sports Network. College of the Canyons and the San Diego Mesa Olympians here on a Friday in the 3C2A non-conference action. Starting lineups for each side for the Olympians: Javian Woodall, Sean Smith, William Bailey, Riley Harris, and Emmanuel Henry going to get the start for San Diego Mesa as they win the opening tip, and we are underway for the Cougars, starting with Henderson, Galgano, Barrientos, Corwin Smith, and King Miller. As Sean Smith will run the point here for San Diego Mesa. Spins it to Javian Woodall and back to Smith, who's guarded way out near the center circle by Barrientos. Bailey now onto the far side. Three-pointer for San Diego Mesa, no good, as Woodall was short on the miss, and the Cougars get the defensive board and will bring it up the floor. So an empty set on the first possession for San Diego, and the Cougars will go to work on the offensive side. Here's Henderson, who's the leading scorer for the Cougars this year. Gets it over to Galgano. And up top to King Miller, who's been starting more as of late. Miller now with just his second start of the season as that one goes out, but has started to get more and more minutes as the year has gone on, averaging almost 20 minutes per game. Has been a nice little addition for Howard Fisher. 7 to shoot for the Cougars here on the inbound. Barrientos needs to get it in, gets it into Miller, who pops from just about the elbow. Was about halfway down the cylinder and rolled out. And so neither team able to score on their first possession. Smith with the basketball, will send it near side. Woodall with a three-pointer, was short the entire way. Henderson pulls down the rebound, gets the outlet to Barrientos. Skip pass. And a bucket for Corwin Smith. And he will go to the line as he draws the foul, and the Cougars on the board. Good skip pass by Barrientos after the outlet from Henderson on the defensive rebound. And then Smith making sure to finish. Smith averaging 6.5 per this year, misses the free throw. That's maybe one spot the Cougars would like to get better as the season progresses. They've struggled at the foul line a bit this year, shooting 70% from the free throw line, which is just 31st in the state. As they get a defensive stop, Henderson on the other side from about 17, knocks it down. And a 4-0 lead early on for COC. Desmond Shelby into the game for San Diego Mesa. We'll get it to Sean Smith. Guarded by King Miller, now to Shelby. Bailey straight away. Near side, Henry wants to drive, was blocked. Henderson was there to knock it away. Galgano helping out as well. And the Cougars will bring it up the floor. Henderson will pop a three. Hits the back of the iron a little bit too strong, no good. Smith for the Olympians will send it near side. Harris catches beyond the three-point line, gets it inside to Smith. Turnaround jumper is good from just outside the painted area. The Olympians have their first bucket of the ball game. Cougars quickly back up the floor. Will put up an early shot clock three from Galgano, no good, but the offensive rebound by King Miller. Got it to Corwin Smith, whose jumper from about 10 feet didn't go, was short. And the Olympians bringing it back up the floor. That one goes out off of COC, and it'll stay with San Diego Mesa. Jaden Pate checking in for San Diego Mesa as they bring Desmond Shelby off the floor. Smith will send it way out high to Pate, who will work the point here for the Olympians. Now Smith back to Pate. Pate, the freshman out of Temple High in Texas, will get it over to William Bailey. All on the perimeter so far here for the Olympians. Dribble drive and a floater, no good, but the putback from Riley Harris is there. And we're even at 4-all. Cougars quickly up the floor. King Miller trying to work it inside to Henderson, but the pass didn't find him. And another turnover on COC. Olympians with the basketball still. Pate with it, will try and drive, backs it off, kicks it out. Three-pointer from Riley Harris, no good. Henderson gonna get the rebound, but he's gonna get called for a foul on a push-off. Cougars will get Galgano off the floor. They'll bring in Dylan Griffin to take over. It's 4-all here early on, Cougars and the Olympians on a Friday night in the Cougar cage. sure what the delay was for. Officials still talking about things. So go back to work on the inbound. Henderson will bat that one out on the inbound play. We'll go back to work with the Olympians in the basketball. Smith over to William Bailey. He'll put it on the floor against Henderson, trying to drive to his right, gets into the paint, and Henderson going to be called for a foul. 2 quick fouls on Andrew Henderson. That's going to get him off the floor here early on, as we're not even 4 minutes into the ball game. Caden Arnold going to check in, as William Bailey to the line to shoot 2, a 53% free throw shooter this season. Galgano back in. King Miller going to come off as well. It's going to be a long break here for Andrew Henderson. Both free throws no good from Bailey. The Cougars will go back the other way. Barrientos with the basketball. Griffin now inside Galgano, and he just fumbled it. Was wide open. Thought he had somebody right on top of him, but just couldn't handle the pass. Olympians back the other way. Early shot clock 3, no good from Sean Smith. Tie up on the rebound. Possession arrow for the Cougars. And it'll be COC basketball. Court press from San Diego nearly creates a trap, but the Cougars able to bring it ahead. Galgano to the paint. Didn't get it to go. Might have been blocked slightly from behind by Riley Harris. And then a foul going to be called on COC on the tie-up. Already the 3rd foul on the Cougars here. As it's 4-all. 4.5 gone here in the first. Cougars jump down to a 4-0 lead, but back-to-back buckets from San Diego Mesa has tied the game. It's been low scoring here. Neither team has really looked comfortable on the offensive side of the ball. Jamal Wright going to check in for San Diego. Cougars going to bring Zion Caston onto the floor to take over for Corwin Smith. Sean Smith for San Diego will get it to William Bailey. Leaves it for Pate. Pate trying to get it into the corner to Smith, and it's out off of Smith. Galgano got the initial hand on it, but then Smith trying to recover it, poked it out of Galgano's hands, and it'll be COC basketball. So it's basically a steal for the Cougars, and they'll go back to work on the offensive side. Barrientos. Over to Dylan Griffin, now to Arnold. Up top, Galgano trying to drive, had it poked out of his hands, got it back, throw it to Griffin. Griffin wanted to go baseline, stopped up as he was met by Bailey. Sends it near side, Barrientos. Up top, Galgano. Galgano going to be called for an offensive foul. Pushed with the left arm. For an offense that has been very in sync for most of the year, looking a little bit out of sync, out of sorts so far here early in this one, are the Cougars just have not seemed comfortable on the offensive side. So you can credit the San Diego defense. That's kind of been their MO this year. Travel going to be called on Emmanuel Henry. And a timeout called on the floor by San Diego. Take a timeout as well. 4-all here, 14:25 to go in the first. Cougars and the Olympians. So neither side shooting very well here early on. Both teams 2 for 7 from the floor. Both 0 for 2 from 3 as well, and both 0 for from the free throw line. And that's why we have a 4-all score here early in the ball game. It's pretty even otherwise. Both teams with 6 total rebounds, 5 of them on the defensive side. Yeah, I mean, it's as even can be at this point in time. Look at the Cougars coming off their probably worst performance, we would say, of the year, a 64-55 loss at Long Beach just the other day on November 30th. Did not look comfortable, shot just 26% from 3, 35% from the floor, and only had 38 rebounds in the ball game. To go along with 16 turnovers is Caston. A jumper from about 20 is good. And then a travel going to be called on the other side on Sean Smith. So another turnover against San Diego, and that's been a sore spot this year for Travis Nicholas. 22nd in the state in turnovers per game at 17.4. Both these teams have really kind of struggled in the turnover category. Cougars averaging 17.3. They got it inside, but Conlon was blocked. A fast break back the other way for San Diego. Lane attempt missed. Putback attempt missed. One of the Olympians down on the floor back in the offensive side, so the Cougars will run back the other way. Galgano, a little jumper from 18, hit every part of the rim and didn't go. Caston able to pull down the offensive board. Tried for the putback, but had it partially blocked. And Jelani Mitchell will go back the other way for San Diego. Pate up the floor, gets it to Bailey, and he puts it in. Good job by the Olympians to run the floor that time after some tough inside play on the defensive side. Here's Griffin for the Cougars. Stops his dribble, throws it to Caston. Caston, little turnaround jumper, missed it the whole way. Rebound pulled down by William Bailey. He'll run the floor back the other way, all alone against Galgano. And a blocking foul going to be called against COC. It's going to go against Isaiah Conlon here. And it'll send Bailey to the line. Already 5 fouls here in the first half on COC. So we'll send Bailey back to the line to shoot 2. Bailey 0 for his first 2 from the foul line today. Gets the first one to roll. And the Olympians with their first lead of the ball game at 7-6. Caston checking out. Corwin Smith coming back in. Second free throw, no good. But Bailey able to come up with the rebound. Then had it tipped away by Galgano. I'll stay with San Diego here. And basically a fresh 25-second clock. Cougars get another takeaway. They'll try with the fast break. Conlon to the basket. Lays it home and draws the foul. Free throw, no good. It'll be San Diego basketball. Here's the Cougars with an 8-7 lead. Olympians trying to get it inside to Parrish. He's able to corral it and put it in. And we trade the lead once again. Cougars quickly back up the floor. Arnold puts it on the floor with the left hand. Off the glass and good. Nice shot by Caden Arnold. Averaging just a little bit over 4 points per. And about 15 minutes per game. Woodall with the basketball. We'll get it over to Pate. He'll put up a three-pointer from deep. No good. Rebound battled for, pulled down by San Diego. Stolen away by Griffin, but then thrown away as he was trying to find the outlet to Caden Arnold. And it'll be San Diego basketball. Good hustle play on the floor by Dylan Griffin that time, but just trying to not travel and get it out to somebody on the team and just threw it to where Arnold couldn't corral it. Pate with the basketball for San Diego. Olympians trailing 10-9. Cougars in the lead. They've traded leads a couple of times. Woodall will put up a three. That one was too strong with the long rebound pulled down by Pate. He puts up a jumper that's no good. And an offensive foul going to be called against San Diego. Third foul on San Diego. Cougars will get Cameron McCray onto the floor. Olympians still in that full court press, trying to trap the Cougars. COC able to break it, but then swatted away by Sean Smith was the inside layup attempt by McCray. Back the other way, and a blocking foul going to be called against COC, and Jelani Mitchell went down hard, and we're going to step aside and take a break here. So we come back into the Cougar cage, and you can see Jelani Mitchell up on the floor talking to Sarah Ursum, the athletic trainer for COC, and that is a very, very good sign. That was a very scary fall down to the floor. And Sarah just going to take a look at him, assess him a little bit further, as she should after crash down hard. He went up a long way. Try and put that one in. And I'm surprised he wasn't a little bit more hurt, and I'm glad he wasn't a little bit more hurt with how hard that sounded as he went down to the floor. So he's going to get checked out. What we're waiting on is Mitchell was supposed to go to the line here. Instead, Howard Fisher gets to choose who will shoot the free throws for Mitchell, as checking in will be William Bailey. And the Cougars are going to make Akili Parrish shoot the free throws. Actually, they're going to make Jamal Wright shoot the free throws, sorry, as we got the wrong number here. Wright just a 37% foul shooter, 3 for 8 from the line this year, so he'll shoot 2. Most importantly, Jelani Mitchell is okay. As Wright misses the first. Second one no good. King Miller comes down with the board, and the Cougars will go back to work. Barrientos with the basketball for COC. Dylan had 15 points in 29 minutes against Long Beach. It's just 2 off his season high of 17. He's done a good job running the floor for COC. And a goaltending call against San Diego will put points on the board. Cameron McRae will get credited with the bucket for COC. The Cougars now with a 3-point lead. Olympians able to get it over to Wright. Beyond the 3-point line, we'll get it up to Smith. Onto the far side, Taylor, and he is fouled by McRae. And so we're in the bonus, so we'll shoot 1 and 1 here. Darren Taylor will go to the line. 3 for 4 from the line this year. 75% foul shooter. Makes the first of 2. And we'll shoot the second of the 1 and 1. Taylor this year only averaging 5.6 minutes per. It's about a point a minute, 5.2 per. Makes both foul shots. It's back to a 1-point Cougar lead. Barrientos with some slick dribbling to get it up the floor. And across the timeline, and the Cougars will get in their offensive set here. King Miller on the catch. Up to Arnold, over to Barrientos. 3-pointer from the wing on the far side, no good. Smith able to pull down the rebound, spins towards the basket, tried to go to the basket, and was fouled on the inside by Akil Parrish. That'll send Corwin Smith to the line to shoot 2. Smith this year averaging 6.4 per game. Had a season high 9 points for Santa Barbara back on the 17th of November. Has had 8 points in 3 other games, but really his work has come on the inside for the Cougars this year, as he's been very good on the boards. Had a season high 8 rebounds against Long Beach the other night, even though he only had 6 points. Averages about 4.3 rebounds per game. Him, Aaron Reyes, and Andrew Henderson have really been the guys on the inside to do the work rebounding. King Miller has been quite good as well at 4.2. As Smith makes both, it'll make it back to a 3-point lead, but Smith been limited on minutes a little bit, 15.1 per. Most of those coming off the bench, as this is just his 4th start of the season. So Sean Smith with the basketball for San Diego Mesa. Now Bailey inside, jumper from Trailer didn't go, and then a foul on the rebound. Miller was fouled. Foul going to go against Riley Harris. 15 foul on San Diego. Olympians fall out of that full court press. Barrientos will walk it across the timeline, leaves it for Griffin. Now to King Miller on the near side wing. Galgano just a little further down, trying to get it inside to Corwin Smith. He's fouled underneath the basket by Jamal Wright. And the next foul will put the Cougars in the bonus. Offensive foul called against Corwin Smith inside. He hooked the arm around the defender. That draws the foul. Emmanuel Henry will come back in. Zion Caston coming back in for the Cougars. 3-point lead. 9:19 to go here in the first half. 14-11, very low scoring game so far. Neither offense has really been in sync here early on. Both teams shooting right around 35% in the basketball game. Trailer, three-pointer, no good. Neither team has knocked down a three yet as well. Mesa 0 for 5 from downtown. The Cougars 0 for 3. So here's Galgano, drives to the bucket, throws it off the glass, didn't get it to go. Good late challenge by Emmanuel Henry to make it tough on Galgano. And a tie up on the rebound. And then a foul going to be called against Zion Caston. During the tie-up, will send San Diego back to the line. It's the 9th team foul on the Cougars here in the first. Bailey makes the first of the 1-and-1. Bailey 50%, as we said, from the foul line this year. Season high 18 versus LA Harbor on the 19th of November. Went 7 for 13 from the floor, but 0 for 2 from 3. And a lane violation called before the free throw. So wipes out the second. It'll stay a 2-point lead here for the Cougars. King Miller for COC on the catch. Cougars will work it around to Griffin. Trying to break the soft trap. Galgano trying to swing it down low, had it knocked out. And the Cougars will get it about halfway into the front court. Barrientos for COC. Over to Arnold, three-pointer, had it partially blocked. Good job by Riley Harris to stay with him that time and get a hand on it. Neither team shooting particularly good from the floor. Bailey with the basketball. Put it on the floor though, work it around to Henry. He wants to drive to the paint, throws it up with the left hand and gets it to fall. Even at 14 all. Cougars trying to get it up the floor. Howard Fisher wanted a reach-in foul as Barrientos was trying to get around a defender and ran into an arm, but no call. Cougars able to work it ahead. They wanted to get it inside. Stepping in to take it away was Smith, but he turned it over. Caston will pop from about 12. Didn't go. Rebound pulled down by Riley Harris. Finds the outlet. Fast break the other way for San Diego. Easy laying up and under by William Bailey as the Cougars don't get back on D. And it's a 2-point lead. Largest lead for San Diego. And another Cougar turnover as Barrientos' pass into the corner thrown away. As King Miller thought he was going to be able to just scoop it up and maybe was a little soft on the catch. He'll come off the floor. 16-14 Olympians. Joseph Rojas into the game for the first time today. Sean Smith now with the basketball. Over to William Bailey. Onto the near side to Rojas. Now to Henry, wanted to drive into the paint, had it poked away from him. Cougars able to take it away. Cast it on the outlet to Caden Arnold. Near side to Barrientos. He drives to the paint, goes up with the right hand, didn't get it to go. Barrientos able to pull down the rebound though. Spins back baseline, tried to dump it off inside to McCray. Came right back to Barrientos, and he'll put it in. And a timeout called by San Diego, 16 all. Here from the Cougar cage. 7 minutes to go in the first. We'll take a timeout.
Filmmaking program at COC is one of the best programs because it has literally jump-started my career.
Most of the instructors actually have worked in Hollywood, so having instructors that have done it before and know the ins and outs, I think really helps.
We here at COC have a kind of a sandbox approach, and that is to say we've got a lot of cool equipment, a lot of great facilities. Enroll in our class and we're going to let you play in the sandbox.
16 all, San Diego and College of the Canyons. Olympians basketball out of the break. Both teams have struggled from the floor. San Diego 6 of 15, the Cougars 7 of 20. And neither team with a three-pointer getting the ball game, hence the low score. Rojas, three, and that one goes right on cue. The first three of the ball game comes from Joseph Rojas. Just his 5th three-pointer of the season. And then a foul going back the other way called against San Diego will send the Cougars to the line, and Dylan Barrientos will shoot 1 and 1. Barrientos this year, 69.6 from the foul line. Misses the first, and again for COC, that's been a part of a struggle this year for the Cougars, is the foul shooting. On the other side, three-pointer good for San Diego, and their largest lead of the ball game at 22-16, as it was Jaden Paint with the three-pointer. Cougars, another turnover. San Diego back the other way again. Jumper from about 12 out. Sean Smith knocks it down. And it's an 8-point lead, largest lead of the game for either side. And it's for the Olympians here. We're starting to heat up on the offensive side. Cougars gonna be called for an over and back. And the turnovers piling up against COC. It's about 4 in a 2-minute span on the Cougars. Really got to get things going if you're COC. So you're trailing by 8. Largest lead of the game here early on for San Diego. About 5:35 to go in the first half. Olympians to Henry, now up top. Three-pointer on the way, too strong, just before the shot clock expired. Off the hands of Pate. And the Cougars back the other way. COC yet to knock down a three-pointer. Contributing to the cold shooting night. And remember, they've been playing without Andrew Henderson for most of this first half. He had 2 quick fouls and has been on the bench. Caston, little jumper from the elbow, didn't go. Rebound was pulled down by San Diego. And another empty set, and the Olympians with a chance to push the lead to at least 10. Cougars this year shooting from 3, 32%. That one going to be no good as it hit the wiring that comes off the bucket that pulls the backboard up when we play volleyball here at the Cougar cage. So it went in, but it's not going to count as it hit a foreign object that is not considered in play. Cougars, another turnover. And that was just a poor one that time by COC. Should have been an easy set to open up. And instead, San Diego knocks down another bucket, and it's a 10-point lead. Olympians really rolling here in the first. Cougars able to get it inside to Zion Caston, and he has a bucket. And breaks a 10-0 run by the by the Olympians. Turnover by San Diego. Cougars trying to run the floor back the other way, but Galgano, that one wasn't even close to getting to Dylan Barrientos on a fast break. It was almost like a receiver getting overshot by his quarterback. It's kind of what it looked like, and so it's just another turnover against COC. Now up to 7 turnovers in the first half. 8-point lead here for San Diego. Pate with the basketball for Mesa will get it inside. Smith goes to the left hand against Griffin, got tied up underneath. And it's going to be called for traveling here on Sean Smith. Here's Caston up the floor. Will drop it for Conlon. Conlon wanted to work for COC, gets it to Griffin. Griffin, long dribble through the middle of the floor, dumps it off to Caston underneath. Extra pass into the corner, three-pointer from King Miller, no good. Rebound pulled down by Conlon though, and he'll reset for the Cougars. Wanted to get it inside, but King Miller, I don't know if he was either not ready for it, not expecting it, but did not corral it. And it's just another turnover against COC on what should have been a full reset and a chance to get points. Foul on the floor, on the inside, called against COC. Doesn't matter though, as it's going to send San Diego to the line to shoot two. Foul's going to go against Isaiah Conlon. Going to send Rojas to the line to shoot two. Rojas this year from the line is 2 for 2 coming in. Did not make the first. Did knock down the second. Go back to work. Cougars with the basketball here. Barrientos holding on for COC. Gets it over to King Miller. Miller wants to put it on the floor, tried to drive baseline, wanted to get it back to Griffin. He had to go up for it, now got it to Miller inside. Griffin to the basket, didn't get it to go on the lay-in. And then it's out off of San Diego. It'll be COC basketball. I'm slightly surprised there wasn't a foul on the inside. Griffin took a lot of contact, just didn't get the whistle. Cougars back to work on the offensive side, but on the inbound, turn it over. Trailer for the Olympians. Up the floor to Sean Smith. Now to Pate. Bailey leading the way for San Diego with 8. Cougars, Corwin Smith, Zion Caston each with 4, but really it's been a poor shooting performance here early on for the Cougars. Barrientos pulls down the long rebound. COC bringing it back the other way. Griffin to the basket. Score it and the foul. It's maybe just what the Cougars needed. Griffin driving, laying it home, and will head to the line. It's been kind of lacking here early on for COC. That ability to drive to the bucket and get opportunities on the offensive side. Griffin knocks down the free throw. So it's back to a 6-point lead here, 27-21 San Diego. Good ball movement by the Olympians that time, but Harris just couldn't finish it off, and the Cougars will go back the other way. Barrientos trying to cut the lead down even further. Galgano. Arnold over to Griffin. Griffin wanted to go baseline. Said we'll throw it up high. Arnold, three-pointer on the way, too strong. Griffin able to pull down the board. Into the paint. Throws it up, draws the foul. Will go to the line. Was maybe a little bit out of control, but did enough work to draw the foul. Second personal on Taylor. Griffin will shoot 2. King Miller coming back in for COC. Griffin knocked down the first. 5-point lead, chance to get it to a 4-point ball game. Makes the second with 41.8. McCray back into the ball game for COC as well. It's Pate onto the near side for San Diego. Riley Harris right through the center circle, will dribble it ahead, gets trapped by 2 Cougars, taken away by King Miller. He'll go back the other way, wanted to go to the basket, and he's fouled. Sean Smith gonna be called for the foul. Good job by King Miller on the steal and the drive, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2, chance to cut it to a 1-possession game. Miller this year, 73% from the line, but broadcaster jinx in full effect, misses the first. It's really come on as of late, as King Miller does get it back to a 1-possession game, 27-24, with 26.8 to go here in the first half. Mesa in the lead. Talking about King Miller, 8.3 per in 19.2 minutes per game, averaging just over 4 rebounds and just over 2 assists. He's done most of his work off the bench this year. Today just his second start of the season. San Diego playing for the last shot as the shot clock is off. Bailey drives into the paint. Basket is no good. It's an offensive foul on San Diego. Has a good job to stay outside the restricted area by Cameron McCray, draws the offensive foul, and with 2.1, the Cougars will have to throw it down the floor and try and catch and shoot. And the final 2.1. Bunch of shooters on the floor here for COC. Smith to inbound, got it to Barrientos. Barrientos heaves a long one that had a chance, but just hit the outside of the backboard. Howard Fisher again asking for a foul, a block, anything, as Barrientos was tied up initially on some tight coverage by San Diego. And San Diego's head coach, Travis Nicholas, saying the same thing, watch for the elbows. So neither coach happy. We'll head to the first half break, 27-24, San Diego Mesa in the lead here from the Cougar cage. Welcome back into the Cougar cage as we get ready for second half action. A 27-24 lead for San Diego Mesa. And the Olympians will start with the basketball here in the second half. And their blue uniforms moving to the goal to our left. It's a big day in Cougars athletics as well as the women's volleyball team just about ready to get underway in their first game of the state playoffs. It's a winner-go-home situation, and they just happen to draw the top team in the state of California in Feather River College. As right out of the break, San Diego Mesa on the board with their first bucket of the second half, and the lead back up to 5. Keep an eye on that one. Check out the COC Athletics homepage for a live stream link for that game if you'd like to watch. Keep an eye on both at the same time as this one tight here. 5-point lead for Mesa. Cougars with Andrew Henderson back on the floor. Only played 4 minutes in the first half as he had 2 early fouls. The Cougars with 4 to shoot. King Miller, follow-away jumper with a hand in his face is good. That was a beautiful shot from King Miller. Miller now, just his first field goal of the game, has 3 points. William Bailey leading the way for Mesa with 10. Both teams shooting around 40%. San Diego Mesa actually up at 45, 11 of 24 as they started to heat up late in the first half. Cougars just 9 of 26, 34.6 in the first. As Galgano, 3-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound Henderson on the offensive board. Had his putback blocked, and then knocked out a play. It'll stay with College of the Canyons. COC 0 for 7 from 3. Remember the last time the Cougars didn't have a 3-pointer this deep into a ball game. It's kind of been how they get themselves going, needing to do it in a different way. As Corwin Smith on the right-hand jumper that does not go. Mesa back the other way. One thrown out off of a Cougar. Stay with the Olympians here. Pate checking in. Mesa back to work. Smith will get it up top. Riley Harris inside. Blocking foul going to be called against Henderson. That's his 3rd foul. That's going to prompt him to come back to the bench. It's just been a tough sledding here for Andrew Henderson early on. Bailey makes the first. Lead back up to 4. Second one is good as well. So back to a 5-point lead. San Diego back to work, Canyons back to work. Barrientos will bring it ahead. Works off the screen, drives all the way into the paint, kicks it out. King Miller, 3-pointer, and the Cougars have their first 3 of the ball game with 17:44 to go here in the second half. So it took almost 23 minutes for the Cougars to find a 3-pointer, and the lead down to 2. Mesa inside, Bailey wanting to kick it out. Now we'll dump it off inside. Henry, the 2-handed flush around Henderson. Kind of spun off of Henderson, who has to be careful with 3 fouls, and was able to finish with 2 hands. Here's Barrientos again, created the 3-pointer for Miller a few moments ago, wanting to get it inside to Smith. Smith with 2 men on him, goes to the basket, throws one up with the right hand, and draws a blocking foul. He'll go to the line here to shoot 2. Is the foul going to be called against Riley Harris? First free throw from Corwin Smith, no good. Smith this year, 78.6 from the line. Coming into the game, 11 of 14. He's 2 for 5 now from the line as he misses both. Free throws, once again, a problem here for the Cougars in the first part of the second half. Good steal by Andrew Henderson, drives the floor, goes to the basket, changes hands in midair, and puts it in with the right hand. Back to a 2-point lead. Cougars now in a full court press, trying to trap. Mesa able to break it, they get it ahead. Offensive foul gonna be called on Emmanuel Henry. Good job outside the restricted area that time by Corwin Smith. Had his feet planted, his hands at his side didn't move, and Henry went right over the top of him, and that draws the foul. That'll be how the Cougars get back within, get back into the lead, we should say. They're back within 2, but the defense needs to pick it up and really stop the inside play from San Diego, which has really been where Mesa has taken control. Cougars with another turnover, though, as they tried to throw it ahead. 10th turnover in the ballgame on COC. Here's Sean Smith. Smith averages 12.6 per. He's the leading scorer for San Diego this year. Only has 4 points, though, so far today. Him and Andrew Henderson are the leading scorers for each side, both with 4, both been very quiet. Pate inside, wide open, Smith. Doesn't come much easier than that for Sean Smith. And it's back to a 4-point lead for Mesa. Barrientos against Pate will get it across the timeline. Wanting to drive, kicks it back. Arnold now to Henderson. 3-pointer from straight away is good. Henderson's first 3 of the ball game. And the Cougars starting to find a little bit of a rhythm on the offensive side. Now 2 for 9 from 3-point line. William Bailey now with the basketball for San Diego Mesa. Bailey so far in the ball game, the leading scorer on both sides with 12 points. Pate here guarded by Griffin, got it inside. Wright trying to work down low, and he's gonna draw the foul. It's gonna go against Corwin Smith. Be a 3rd on Corwin Smith, so now you got Henderson and Smith, each with 3 fouls. And Wright, who's just a 37% free throw shooter, will go to the line. This is the first. Henderson now leading the Cougars with 7 points. King Miller with 6, Dylan Griffin with 5, Smith, Caston each with 4, and then you've got Arnold, Conlon, Barrientos, and McCray each with 2. As Wright splits the free throws. Barrientos will bring it up the floor for COC, works off the screen. Wanted to get it back inside to Corwin Smith, but it was tipped away. Good defense by San Diego. Mesa will bring it back ahead. Smith inside, Wright tried to put it in, didn't get it to go. And then a good job by William Bailey to save it, throw it off Corwin Smith, and it'll stay with San Diego. Change the shot clock here, that's what we're gonna wait on. It's 1 second off the shot clock, so it's 29 seconds on the shot clock. So it's basically a full set here for San Diego as they'll get it out high. Pate into the paint, throws it away. It's out off of San Diego. Pate wanted to get it inside to Riley Harris. Harris wasn't ready for it. Henderson catches on the inbound, sends it ahead to Conlon. Wanted to go on the fast break, but will turn it back. Got it to Henderson. Henderson spins into the paint, scoops it with the right hand, and it's good. And the Cougars have tied the game at 36. First time in a while since COC has been back to even. About 10 minutes on the game clock. And then right back the other way, Sean Smith with a nice floater in the right hand. San Diego back in the lead. Cougars quickly back ahead. Cast into the basket. Scoops it with the right hand and good. So both teams now running the floor after some tight defense. San Diego able to break the trap. They'll get it ahead, dumping it inside. Two-handed finish for William Bailey. The Cougars need to get somebody out to inbound. And Smith will bring it in. The ball kind of rolled into the corner on the near side by the stand, so it allowed some clock time to tick off. We go back to work. Three-pointer on the way. Caden Arnold, no good. Inside position won by San Diego, but Conlin was able to get to the rebound as two blue jerseys were inside on the basketball, and neither was able to get to it. Foul on the inside called on Riley Harris. With a 2-point Mesa lead, the Cougars will inbound from the baseline. King Miller will come back in. Akil Parrish checking back in as well, as they get Riley Harris off the floor along with Caden Arnold. Both teams just 2 of 10 from 3. It's a defensive struggle here. Cougars need to get it in. King Miller will catch it out between the circles. Now Conlin will run the offense for COC. Moving against Pate here. Getting it to King Miller. Miller skips it inside. Smith trying to back down. His man goes up with the right hand and gets it to fall. Just leaned heavy against Parrish and was able to lean off him enough to get a good look with the right hand. San Diego into the front court here as they'll dump it inside right. Blocked from behind by Corwin Smith, and the Cougars will go back the other way. Into the corner, Miller, three-pointer on the way, no good. Good inside position by Bailey, pulls down the board, finds the outlet for Sean Smith, and he goes up with a one-handed slam. And a timeout on the floor called by San Diego. 42-40. San Diego Mesa in the lead. The Cougars will have the basketball when we come back.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
.42-40, San Diego Mesa in the lead. As we go back to work here in the second half. Wide open second half so far. 12:53 to go. Cougars with the basketball out of the timeout. Mesa trying to trap. Smith able to get the steal, took it right away from Conlin. Goes to the basket. Bucket and the foul, you can score it. Smith starting to heat up here in the second. Foul on Dylan Griffin. Smith now with 12, a chance to make it 13. As he goes to the line. Smith this year, 60% from the foul line. Makes the free throw, lead back to 5, so just when the Cougars get themselves back into the ball game, San Diego Mesa able to push the lead up to 5. Using this full court trap to create some problems for the Cougars. Here's Henderson, wants to go one-on-one, gets it to King Miller inside the painted area. He's fouled and will go to the line. Foul going to be called against William Bailey. Second foul on Bailey, fourth team foul on San Diego. Misses the first. Miller's usually very reliable, 75% from the line, makes the second. Cougars out in a trap of their own. Full court press. San Diego able to break it using their speed. They get it up the floor. Parrish spinning in the paint, and he's fouled underneath by Zion Caston. It's not a shooting foul, so San Diego will have to inbound. Cougars able to take it away. Barrientos bringing it up the floor. Threw it high off the glass, didn't get it to go, but it was almost more of a pass. He threw it so high off the glass, it was easy for Zion Caston to get the putback. Caston having a nice game today. Guy that's been limited on minutes, just 6.2 per. As the Cougars get another takeaway, chance to tie the ball game. Griffin spins it near side. Henderson, three-pointer is good! And the Cougars back in the lead at 46-45 after the Andrew Henderson three. The defense picking it up for COC. A couple of steals has led to a 5-0 run. Mesa jumper, no good from Bailey. Inside board pulled down by Wright, but his putback doesn't go. Caston with the board, the Cougars will bring it back the other way. Barrientos dribbles between his legs. Wants to work off against Pate here. Will back it up to the timeline. In the front court on the near side. Barrientos dumps it off. Easy bucket for Henderson. Back to a three-point lead for the Cougars. They don't come much easier than that for Andrew Henderson. He's now in double figures as the Cougars in the lead. 48-45. Smith and King Miller coming off here. Corwin Smith coming back in along with Jimmy Galgano. Jumper from San Diego, no good. Battle won by Henderson, throws it ahead. Barrientos wanted to go to the basket, had it blocked, and they actually say it was a jump ball as it came all the way back down to the floor. Possession arrow in favor of COC, so the Cougars will keep it. That was an athletic play defensively by Sean Smith. Henderson now with 14 leading the Cougars. Bailey with 14 leading the Olympians. Foul line jumper from Smith. He draws a foul, will go to the line. Foul against Riley Harris. Two Mesa players in double figures. Bailey with 14, Smith with 13. Cougars Henderson with 14, and then Miller with 9. Only one threatening double figures right now is Smith with 6 will go to the line to shoot 2. Makes the first, lead up to 4. Matches the largest lead of the ball game for the Cougars. Smith's second falls as well. This is the largest lead of the night for COC at 5. 50-45. Update from women's volleyball, if you're curious, the Cougars leading 17-13 in the first set over Feather River. Cinderella trying to keep their magical run alive. Catch that one on BAOSN.TV if you're looking for it. Pate gonna go to the line and shoot free throws here for San Diego. Jaden Pate gonna go to the line to shoot 2. Perfect on the year from the foul line, 4 for 4. We'll go to the line for the first time today. Broadcaster jinx in full effect, misses the first. So we've had it on both sides on this basket. So Pate to shoot the second, trying to get it back to a 4-point game. This is the second, rattled both of them hard. neither really looked like they had a chance. The Cougars will bring it out the other way. Griffin inside to Caston, block extended. Will dribble it back and get it to Barrientos. Barrientos in the front court, guarded by Smith. Isolation here for Barrientos against Smith. Cougars move out of the isolation. Wide open look for Galgano, but he had way too much time, missed it. Long rebound pulled down by Henderson. He works his way into the paint. Put it up, didn't get it to go. Tip rebound, Galgano put back, no. Henderson trying to tip the rebound to himself, does. Gets it to Barrientos, and the Cougars will back things off. A lot of work inside by COC, and really nobody able to get a really clean look other than the Galgano look, and he had almost too much time, and I think that's why he missed it. Really wasn't in rhythm. So here's Barrientos, drives into the paint, scoop with the right hand, draws the foul, he'll go to the line. It's a good set. Barrientos to the line to shoot 2. Dylan 0 for 1 today. 16 of 23 on the year. It's 70%, makes the first. Dylan 5 rebounds today, just 1 assist. Season high 7 rebounds against Santa Barbara on the 17th. Sure's been a little bit susceptible to the turnover this year as he knocks down both. Did not turn the ball over against Santa Barbara in his last game, but had 11 in the previous 5 games. So far today has a pair of turnovers. So, and that's been a problem for COC all throughout the year. Three-pointer gets nothing but air from Darren Taylor. The Cougars will go back to work the other way on the offensive side. Here's Barrientos with the basketball. COC with 11 turnovers so far today. Mesa with just 9. Rebounds 24-20 in favor of Canyons. 18 points off of turnovers for COC, just 12 for San Diego. Miss from COC, but an offensive board by Henderson. You look now for Henderson with his 4th rebounds. 14 points, 4 rebounds on the ball game and a steal. Barrientos, another turnover, and then he's going to get called for a foul as he fouls Sean Smith, running back up the floor. 52-45, largest lead of the game for the Cougars. So here's Smith with the basketball for San Diego Mesa. Onto the near side, Shelby. Top to Javen Woodall. Sends it far side. Smith stops and pops from the block extended. Goes high off the glass and gets it to fall. Good little shot from Smith. He's now got 15 to lead his side. Barrientos working just inside the timeline against Woodall. Trying to use a screen. Now gets it to Henderson. He'll pop a 3. Contested, no good. Was short the whole way. Mesa back the other way. Chance to try and cut it back to 1 possession game. Henderson tips that one out. They'll stay with San Diego, inbound from just in front of their bench. Smith driving, stops and pops, goes over the top of Henderson, but it's contested, does not go. Cougars get the rebound. They'll run the floor back the other way. Galgano to the basket, no. Now Galgano again after the offensive board, went high off the glass, didn't get it to fall. Back-to-back misses from Galgano. And then back the other way, Henderson with the block, will throw it ahead. Caston loses his dribble. Bailey will take it away. So an attempted block on one side from Mesa that might have rattled the ball out on a layup by Galgano, a ball that looked like it was halfway down the cylinder, and I think just the contact with the backboard on the block attempt might have moved the rim enough. And on the other side, Henderson with a clean block on Jamal Wright is a three-pointer, no good. Wright tried to pull down the rebound, but somehow Henderson comes out with it. Wright had his hands all over it, and Henderson just finds a way. That's why he's been so good this year, averaging 9.3 rebounds per. As a 10-second violation on the Cougars coming back up the floor, as Barrientos didn't get it across the timeline. Talking about Henderson this year, 10th in free throws made, 43. He's not got to the line yet so far today. He's really been very good this year. 14th in offensive rebounds this season, 23rd in defensive rebounds, and 16th in the state in rebounds per game. So top 25 in a number of categories, and don't forget 23rd in blocks so far this year, as he's got 10 of them, now 11 with that block just a few moments ago. Driving in was Woodall. Kicked it out, paint, three-pointer at the buzzer, no good. Offensive board pulled down and put back by Bailey. It's back to a one-possession game. Barrientos gonna be fouled, this time by Woodall coming up the floor. Barrientos to the line to shoot 1-1 here. As the Cougars in the bonus will shoot free throws the rest of the way. First of two is good from Barrientos. 53-49 Cougars, 5:43 to go here in the ball game. San Diego Mesa led by as much as 10. The Cougars have led by as much as 7. It's been a tight game other than the two stretched leads. Neither team has really been able to break away. Barrientos makes both. Lead back up to 5 for the Cougars here. Sean Smith with the basketball into the front court for San Diego. Smith with 15, second on the team in points so far here today, as Pate is fouled on the dribble drive. Foul gonna go against King Miller. Second on Miller, 7th foul on the Cougars. Both sides shooting 1-1 the rest of the way. Pate makes that free throw. Pate, who missed his first 2 free throw attempts in the ball game. Made that one look smooth. Looking on the sideline, Andrew Henderson trying to stretch out. I think he might be cramping a bit. Right foot bothering him, so he's on the bench. Pate misses second. So splits him, and it's a 4-point lead here for COC. It's tough with Henderson on the bench. The Cougars have not had much success without him on the floor so far today. They try to go to work now. Miller puts it on the floor. Got it to McCray, back to Miller. Miller working one-on-one against Wright. Will throw it near side Barrientos. He dribbles into the paint, little Euro step on a left-handed scoop that didn't go. And then it goes out off of COC. And it'll be Mesa basketball. It was swatted by one of the Olympians, but it bounced off of a Cougar and went out. Owen Smith into the game, Zion Kinston checking out. Henderson looks like he's stretched out. He'll get back to the table. 4-point lead here for COC. Three-pointer from the corner is good. So you score the basket. Three-pointer from Javen Woodall, his first 3 of the ball game. And then fouls on Jamal Wright underneath the basket. That's going to send King Miller to the line. So Miller a chance to wipe away 2 of the 3. First 3 of the ball game for Woodall, who was 0 for 2 before that. Miller gets the first one to fall, and it used every bit of the rim to do it. misses the second, but I don't think it much mattered. There was a lane violation anyway. Henderson will check back in. Miller will come off the floor. Two-point lead here for the Cougars, 55-53. Mesa with the basketball is Smith into the front court, drives right into the paint, kicks it into the corner. Pate with a three-pointer is good. And San Diego back in the lead, 56-55. Back and forward we go. 4:30 to go in the ball game. Barrientos working off the screen, wanting to drive into the paint, spinning, dumps it off. Smith, little right-handed jumper is good. And then a timeout called by COC, a 30-second timeout. 57-56, Cougars in the lead. We'll take a break here on the Cougar Sports Network.
The photography department at College of the Canyons is a place for photography students of all levels to come together and create.
First set in the books from Fresno City College. Feather River with a 25-22 win over the Cougars as they're in the second set. I'll try and keep you updated on that score as much as we can. Cougars had a lead at one point in that first set, and just could not hold on to it. So we go back to work in this one. Shooting is picked up for both sides a bit here in the second half. Neither shooting good from three. Cougars 3 of 12, San Diego 4 of 15, but both shooting over 40% for the ball game. Mesa 21 of 43, Cougars 20 of 47. Mesa with the basketball. Pate wanted to go baseline, throws it out high, extra pass. Smith, he'll put it on the floor, had to go around his own man, got blocked by Corwin Smith. Henderson with the outlet. Griffin over, Galgano to the basket, and a blocking foul gonna be called. Will send Galgano to the line, and they say that Wright was inside the restricted area, had his feet set, but had his heels on the line, the halo underneath the basket. They'll send Galgano to the line. Howard Fisher wanted something else. I think he wanted a goaltend on that and didn't get it. So Galgano will just go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. Galgano just 2 of 6 from the line this year. 33%, hasn't had many opportunities. Knocks down the first. Second is good as well. With 3:45 to go, the Cougars with a 59-56 lead. Woodall with the basketball for Mesa will send it over to Sean Smith. Back to Woodall. Jumper, no good from 3-point. Henderson knocks it down. Griffin with the ball for COC. We'll work it up top to Barrientos. Cougars able to work it inside. It's laid home, an easy bucket. Lead back up to 5. Mesa trying to keep it tight. Jumper from about 18 is good. Knocked down by Bailey. Barrientos, a nice drive and a lay-in. The Cougars matching bucket for bucket, keeping the lead at 5 right now. Here's Here's Woodall for San Diego, back to Smith. Up top to Woodall again, wanted to take a three, now steps back for a three, but missed it short. Mesa trying to save it, actually gives it away, and COC back the other way. Barrientos dumps it off, Henderson left hand, gets it to roll. Had some back pressure from Wright, who could not get a hand on it. And with 2:03 to go, it's 65-58. Cougars in the lead. Timeout, San Diego Mesa. Timeout here on the Cougars Sports Network.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
(65-58) Canyons in the lead. 2:03 to go in the ball game. Take a look at some of the numbers in the ball game for both sides. Andrew Henderson leading the way for COC with 16.7 rebounds in just 20 minutes, as he's been on the bench for a lot of the game, had 3 fouls. 2 in the first half that kind of put him on the bench. For Mesa, William Bailey leading with 18 points and 7 rebounds himself. Sean Smith with 15. For the Cougars, Corwin Smith and Keith Miller each with 10. And that's the group that's in double figures as we're inside 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Woodall with the basketball, dribbles towards the paint. Cougars gonna be called for a foul as William Bailey put the ball on the floor. Foul goes against Henderson, that's his 4th. With 1:45, he'll stay on the floor here. It's Bailey shooting 1 and 1. Cougars now shooting 46% on the day, 23 of 50. San Diego Mesa 22 of 46. As the first of the 1 and 1 from Bailey, no good. And the Cougars will go to work on the offensive side with 1:42 to go, leading by 7, 65-58. Barrientos just taking his time as 90 seconds left in the ball game. 7-point lead for the Cougars. They can use the full shot clock and make it tough on San Diego Mesa. With 7 to shoot, Galgano wants to throw it inside. Corwin Smith, little right-handed jumper from just inside the foul line is good. And Smith now with 12 in the ball game has overtaken his season high. And the Cougar lead up to 9. 3-pointer from the corner, no good. Foul underneath the basket called against COC. Gonna go against Corwin Smith, and it'll send Jamal Wright to the line to shoot 1 and 1. But it's a 9-point lead with 65 seconds to go. Free throw no good, and it was a lane violation, so the Cougars will get the basketball. San Diego, I think, needs to try and foul quick. The Cougars, though, will break it up the floor easily, and Barrientos lays it home. 11-point lead inside of 60 seconds left in the ball game, and the Cougars look like they will pick up the victory here, barring a big-time comeback from San Diego. A turnover by Mesa. Barrientos back the other way. Mesa gonna foul him. Barrientos will go to the line. So the Cougars will go to 6 and 2. San Diego will fall to 4 and 2. And for COC, Barrientos knocks these ones down and pretty much ices the basketball game. Even if it's it's not already iced at this point in time. Cougars' next matchup will be here at home on December 9th against Cypress, and they'll play Rio Hondo on the 11th at home before heading out on the road against West Hills Lemoore. Cougars actually shooting 2 here as they're in the double bonus. They'll play 2 on the road against the West Hills Lemoore and Pasadena City before coming back home for the Cougar Christmas Classic here at the Cougar Cage. Taking on LA Trade Tech in the first of scheduled 2 games for the Cougars, little mini 14 tournament. Galgano checking out, Quincy Arms checking in. Lead is to 12 for COC, largest lead of the ball game. San Diego Mesa will go quick here as they'll need buckets and stops, or buckets and fouls, as Wright gonna go to the basket, score it, and he'll go to the line. So a 3-point play here, 33.8. And if Wright can complete it off, it'll get it back to a 9-point game as Corwin Smith called for the foul. Look at Caden Arnold on the floor as Cougars gonna make sure they've got free throw shooters on the floor. Arms an 81% free throw shooter. Arnold a 75% foul shooter. Barrientos 70%. Henderson 74. Only Dylan Griffin is under that. He's at 50, but he's only had 8 free throw attempts this season. So free throw from Wright, no good. Foul on Quincy Arms on the rebound. William Bailey landed hard. Should be all right, maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. And he's gonna go to the line and shoot 2. We are in the bonus. Cougars got 1 miss, but going to be forced to weather a couple more free throws here from William Bailey. Bailey just 4 of 9 from the foul line today. First is no good. McCray coming in for the Cougars. Darren Traylor coming in for the Olympians. Second free throw is good. 9-point lead. Smith trying to get it out of the trap and does. Henderson ahead, goes to the basket with 2 hands. He's fouled and will go to the line. Foul going to be called on Desmond Shelby. Mesa wanted to travel on Henderson, didn't get it. So free throws continue to be important. Henderson will shoot 2. First one is good. Back to a 10-point lead, 24.8. So we said the Cougars have pretty much put this one out of reach. Henderson misses the second, though. As long as you don't foul and force San Diego to put up a contested shot, you can run this one all the way down. Cougars had 2 guys there on the rebound, and both of them tipped it out, so it'll stay with San Diego. Shot clock is off with 15 seconds to go in the ball game. 10-point lead for the Cougars here. Conlon gonna come back in for COC to take over for Barrientos. McCray in for Griffin. Cougars with some extra size on the floor on the inbound play here. Mesa needs to put up 3s as they trail by 10. It's a 4-possession game. They get a 2 from Smith. Clock stops and goes back to work. Cougars quickly back ahead. And they can just dribble out the final few seconds. Cougars will improve to 6-2 on the win. They take it 71-63 over San Diego Mesa. And that is your ball game. COC with the win. That'll do it for us here on the Cougar Sports Network. We hope to see you next week. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.